What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, man. What did y'all expect? I knew I expected this thing to be trash, okay? I knew this was going to be the audience score. We all knew it, actually, because, again, another stupid remake that has no business being made, and they're getting their just desserts for it. Disney, the most unoriginal company in the world, all they're going to do is just go back through their old back catalog and just keep remaking all of this trash, okay? For what reason? I have no idea. The originals were classics, okay? All the original films, those are animated classics. Don't touch them. Leave them alone, okay? Make new stuff, and you still won't sully the reputation of the original, okay? Peter Pan and Wendy sitting at a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audiences are absolutely dog walking this thing, okay? Absolutely dog walking it, and for good reason, okay? Listen, I saw like maybe the first 10 to 15 minutes of this thing, and let me tell you, this thing was absolutely boring, okay? Absolutely boring. And this kid, whoever they picked to play Peter Pan, this kid cannot act, all right? I know T always talks about bad kid actors. This kid is one of them, okay? This guy cannot act, all right? Nothing against him. This little guy you see right here on this little picture right here, okay? This kid cannot act. Cannot, okay? The chick that played Wendy, the young lady that played Wendy, she was okay? Decent. All right. And again, that's just me in the first 15 minutes. It was after this kid showed up that I was like, I'm done. Okay. I was actually like watching this while I was making my breakfast. I said, all right, I got to have something on while I'm doing little tasks. Let me just put Peter Pan on. Let me watch that while I'm making my eggs and sausage. And I was watching this and I was like, holy crap. Like the story, first of all, starts off boring. But I mean, again, I only made it 15 minutes in. So you guys can let me know in the comments, did you watch more than that? And if you did you like it? Okay, because in my opinion, I am not going to spend another minute watching this, okay? It was so dull. And it was like, you got to capture people in that first 15 minutes. That's crucial, okay? Hook us in. And I know we've all seen this story before. It kind of treated us like we all have seen this story before. They didn't give us any characterizations of anything that I could get into, that I could sink my teeth into. It's just a bad movie, but let's do what I love doing. Let's check out the audience ratings right quick. Let's see what this 24% is talking about. This one is in Spanish, so I can't read that one. Good movie to sleep. Yeah, I mean, again, like, after 15 minutes, I was done. This movie fell so flat. Aside from Wendy and Hook, the acting was terrible. The actors had so little expression and personality. There was no sense of magic or wonder. The movie was just boring. Who's writing these scripts? Where's the talent? They just don't make them like how they used to. Watch the 2003 live action or the originals. Disney needs some new storytellers because this was just sad. Yeah, I think the storytelling part, what this guy's saying right here, Disney needs some new storytellers. Look, man, this is across the board with Disney at this point, right? Okay, all of these live action remakes makes you wonder how The Little Mermaid is about to turn out, okay? That's going to be out in about a month, okay? So we'll get to see how bad that one was. But I remember with Pinocchio was terrible, all right? That one was dull. Nobody watched that. You see the storytelling that was going on for the animated stuff like Lightyear, Strange World, okay? People just ain't feeling this stuff no more. People are not into this stories and not into Disney. Nobody's going to check for this stuff. They probably threw this on Disney Plus because they knew nobody was going to go out and see this. Okay? Who was checking for Peter Pan anyway, to be quite honest with you? Another Spanish one. Yeah, the Spanish cast is coming out in force, okay? The Latino community is like, hell no, okay? What does this one say? I'm interested. Simply horrible. It's not like the cartoon. The cartoon is better. And it's not because Tinkerbell is black, nor did they include a capable actor. It's just that it wasn't like the one from 53. But hey, Disney's first flop from this year. It ain't the first flop, okay? Because they also did Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp it ain't making its money back. That's a big flop for Ant-Man and the Wasp. And here's somebody that liked it. This is a family popcorn movie. Don't have to do explaining to the kids. They enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Don't take it too seriously. It's just a popcorn movie. Okay, so, you know, there's a couple of people that's liking it, giving this some decent stars and everything like that. What does this person say? It's clearly made to be for those who have already watched many other versions of this tale before, so it's more focused on exploring the deepest and darkest elements of its lore that many other movies sort of didn't dare to, which gives this one its own charm, but it's not meant to introduce the story for kids that haven't watched any other movie of Peter Pan yet. Well, here's the big problem with that. See, you can do a movie that explores all of this stuff, okay? But you can't walk into a movie assuming that everybody is already familiar with Peter Pan. You know, you should be trying to tell this for all the new kids who wanted a Peter Pan for their generation, if that's why you're doing this. See, there's a problem. See, hold up. This person doesn't understand. This is one of the issues with Hollywood, that they are standing on the shoulders of other storytellers and they're just assuming you know stuff, okay? Oh, all of these guys from Marvel and, Star Wars, they already did the job of building up these great and amazing franchises and IPs. Let's just jump in and start telling stories. And we'll just assume that everybody already has their love for their passion for this, and we'll just dig into deeper, darker story elements and blah, 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 blah. You still have to tell a compelling story, okay? It sounds like this person was cool with all of the stuff that they were doing, okay, in terms of exploring the deeper and darker elements, all right? But what you still have to do is tell a compelling story. They're saying right here, it's also not meant to introduce the story for kids that haven't watched. Well, what if I'm an adult that never saw Peter Pan? Can I enjoy this? Okay? Is this just purely for the kids? And if the kids haven't watched it, okay, then who are you making this for? Again, it's interesting that this person makes that commentary. And this is what leads to divided reactions to films as well. This is what leads to the 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, all right? Because you got 24% of the audience saying, yeah, all right, we liked it. But then like 75+% are saying this is trash. They're not telling a good story, okay? They're assuming things and they're saying, oh, this is made for people who already watched the originals and then read all the other books and seen other versions of the story. You cannot make stuff like that, okay? Again, this isn't the positive comment this person thinks it is, okay? This comment tells me that this movie has a lot of issues, to be quite honest with you. I did not appreciate the departure from the actual writings of J.M. Barrie. Yeah, you see, this person who knows the writings, okay, contrasted with this person says, yeah, deeper, darkest elements, I'm not interested in that, okay? The departure from the actual writings of the original author. And that's a problem, okay? Again, look, when you're doing something that's for your general audience, okay, type films, okay, you're not making Quentin Tarantino shit right here, okay? You're trying to tell a story about Peter Pan and Wendy. Stick to the script. Stick to the original tone, okay? And you can dive deep into different elements, but you gotta have the tone. You gotta nail the tone. You gotta nail the original vision of what the original author had. What was this world like? What are these characters like, okay? And that 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, that tells me that Disney didn't get anywhere close, all right? Because if the movie was good, people would be saying it's good, okay? But you're seeing all of these negative comments, a lot of them in Spanish, all right? And it's just telling me that they did not nail the tone. Okay, they didn't nail the vision. They didn't nail the tone. They departed, as this person said, from the actual writings and kind of did their own thing. And if you're going to do that, in order to see success, you can't just hijack an IP and go and do what you want to do with it, okay? Again, it might work if you have really good writers. They didn't. The film felt that it lacked soul, sections felt rushed, and character development was not earned. There were some interesting changes that could have led to a more engaging plot, but they were underutilized or had little impact on the narrative. I would have preferred that they deviated from the main plot. Wow, that's interesting. We have all read and seen and done something unique. So you see what I'm saying? Like, this person's saying they didn't deviate from the plot that we have all read and seen and done. They're saying they didn't deviate from it. And we saw just earlier that somebody else said, oh, we did deviate. They deviated too much from it, okay? It sounds like it's a movie that's just all over the place, doesn't it? It sounds like this movie is just all over the place. There's no focus. There's no vision. There's no through line. There's none of that, okay? And again, that's what happens when you don't know what you're doing. You're just taking a franchise. You're taking an IP. This sounds like everything Disney does, doesn't it? They take a franchise, they take an IP, and they just jump in there, and they just start typing and writing stuff, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know their audience. They don't know who they're making this stuff for, and so they're all over the place, where you have one person saying it deviated, another person saying it didn't deviate enough. Just follow the original material. The deviations are jarring. Here goes another person saying its deviations were jarring. Also filmed on a location that couldn't look further away from Neverland. Music is sampled from Hook to tap into nostalgia. I felt this was going to be a lot of nostalgia bait in this thing, which I like, but overall, it doesn't come close to the magic in previous incarnations. The fairy dust didn't quite land in this movie to help it off. Yeah, again, I'm going to keep repeating this until the end of time, okay? This is what Disney's doing. They're doing little deviations that maybe work, maybe don't, okay? But it won't work for everybody. And then they're just playing on your nostalgia, okay? That's Star Wars in a nutshell, okay? I'd be surprised if Kathleen Kennedy, did she actually, let me see if she executive produced this thing. David Lowery. That was directed by David Lowery, Jim Whittaker. Yeah, I guess she didn't have anything to do with it. But it sounds like what she does. It literally sounds like everything that Kathleen Kennedy does with Star Wars, okay? This is the losing formula of Disney in 2023 going forward, okay? They're going to keep on doing this kind of crap, okay? Making terrible adaptations of classic IPs and franchises that are loved the world over. They're gonna rope you in, okay? You're gonna get pulled in. Oh shoot, they're making my favorite. Oh, I can't wait to watch it. And then next thing you know, it's just gonna be utter trash, okay? And then you're gonna be one of these cats on Rotten Tomatoes giving this joint a 1 star and saying that it's trash. Don't even watch it. Anyway, folks, what do y'all think about this situation with Peter Pan and Wendy? Man, we knew it was going to be this way just based on the trailers. It was just a matter of it showing up and proving that the fandom, as usual, is right. You guys go ahead, jump down in the comments, give me your thoughts and your opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.